his knowledge.
Mr. Chair, slacktivism is a form of activism that do not use a dirty hand, and it
Well then, it doesn't satisfy you? Well then, then you will proceed. It is moved and properly seconded that this body promotes activism campaign this month. Is there any discussion? Please take your point of order.
I raise point of information because the still point of information does not require second. But you said a while ago that it has been moved and properly seconded.
No, I just continued what I'm saying. I said it has been moved and properly seconded that this body promotes the activism campaign this month. Is there any discussion?
So there is confusion in the announcement of the chair. But if you are going to follow the business meeting, the chair asked the mover of the point of information if the point of information is understood by him. So there are the point of information mover did not say anything, and the chair continued in the discussion of the raised motion. So point of order overruled.
Objection is overruled. Where are we now, Madam Secretary?
Mr. Chair, you are asking if there is any discussion from the motion raised.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Is there any other discussion? Ms. Sevilla, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I do believe that we should promote this campaign for the reason that we will not use gigantic effort in promoting such campaign, since many people now are wearing a statement shirt or pins put in their bag that says, "I want change." So this would be our advantage to promote such campaign.
Thank you, Ms. Sevilla. Any further discussion? Ms. Mesoda, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I truly oppose to the statement made by my colleague for the reason that, despite of those positive sides, there is still a question on how effective that practice is. There are points that it has no real impact to the society. Wearing those printed t-shirts or statement t-shirts and putting pins on their bags which says, "I want change," are not enough to convince other people. Now I say that it is such an exercise for lazy generation.
Thank you, Ms. Mesoda. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Yes, Ms. Cornelio, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, since this assembly has more important matters to attend to, I move that the motion that this body promotes the activism campaign this month be laid on the table.
Ayoko mag-isa kasi
Is there any
nagkabugbugan ka
second?
mo.
It has been moved and properly seconded that the motion that this body promotes the activism campaign this month be laid on the table. Is there any objection? There being no objection, the motion to lay on the table was approved through unanimous consent, and the motion that this body promotes the activism campaign this month is now laid on the table. The floor is now open for a new business. Is there any new business? Ms. Ginol, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move that this executive group hold a search for best performing business group in Albay.
This has been moved and properly seconded that this executive group hold a search for the best performing business group in Albay. Is there any discussion? Ms. De Leon, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move to amend the motion that this executive group hold a search for the best performing business group in Albay by adding the words "this month" after the word Albay so that it will be read as this executive group hold a search for the best performing business group in Albay this month.
Thank you, Ms. De Leon. Is there any second? Oh, sorry. The chair is not well listening a while ago, so may the chair ask you repeat, Ms. De Leon?
the motion that this executive group hold a search for the best performing business group in Albay by adding the words this month so that it will be read as this executive group will hold a search for the best performing business group in Albay this month.
Is there any second? It's been moved and properly seconded to amend the motion by adding the words this month after the word Albay. So it will read as that this executive group holds the search for the best performing business group in Albay this month. Is there any discussion regarding the amendment? There being none, is there any objection? There being no objection, the amendment was approved through unanimous consent, and the motion is now that the executive group hold a search for the best performing business group in Albay this month. Is there any other discussion regarding the motion? Ms. Pinowan, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I do believe that this executive group should hold a search for best performing business group in Albay this month because it will open opportunities for small and medium business, small and medium scale businesses alike, and it will also bring out the competitiveness of each businesses.
Thank you, Ms. Pinowan. Any further discussion? Ms. Cornelio, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I am not in favor of the motion that this executive group hold a search for best performing group in Albay because I believe that we don't have that enough time to hold this said activity, and I believe that there are other groups who will emerge who has that capacity and qualities of winning this search for best performing business group in Albay.
Thank you, Ms. Cornelio. Any further discussion? Ms. De Leon, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I do believe that by holding this event, this will serve as a motivation for different business groups in Albay, and therefore we can expect more productive outcomes from them.
Thank you, Ms. De Leon. Any further discussion? Mr. Bahari, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I firmly not in favor of the motion to hold a search for the best performing business in Albay. It is just because in conducting this kind of search for business, it is too long. It has too long process. It requires long preparation. So, but the executive group needs to accomplish more important things. So, this will be just a waste of time.
Thank you, Mr. Bahari. Any further discussion? Mr. Milia, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I totally oppose to the remarks of the previous speaker.
Yes. Mr. Bahari, please take your point of privilege.
Mr. Chair, may this representation ask permission to go to the comfort room because I really need to answer the call of nature.
Well then, the chair permits Mr. Bahari to answer the call of nature. Okay, now go. Well then, let's proceed. Ms. Villa, please continue your remarks.
Mr. Chair, as I was saying, this wouldn't be a waste of time since business provides million jobs for those people who seek millions. And since this would be a big opportunity to those small-scale businesses, I think we should hold a search for the best performing business group in Albay.
Thank you, Ms. Cornelio. Ms. Villa. Any further discussion? Ms. Misoga, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, I truly oppose to the remarks of the previous speaker for the reason that we still don't have the capacity to hold